Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sorry it kind of looks like my face got hit by a bus, but I think we had to make Dune here, and I just wanted to give you guys my review for Dune Part 2. Now I'm going to be honest here, I don't love this movie. I think there are a lot of good elements, and there's a lot of stuff I like. I'm not hating on this movie by any means. There's a lot of good stuff inside this movie. It's just, to me, it felt like a lot of the same that we saw in the first movie, and that's what a lot of people wanted. They wanted what we saw in the first movie. To me, I think both these movies are pretty equal. They're both 8 out of 10s on a good day, but I don't know. I was just, after watching the first one, I was just expecting a little bit more out of this one. I thought that one was going to plant the seeds for this one and make this big action thriller like huge sci-fi movie. And to me, like, throughout this entire movie, you just have the Paul Atreides and his mother, Lady Jessica, working with the Fremen to take down the Harkonnens. And then you cut back to the Harkonnens, and we get Dave Bautista screaming his ass off for like 5 minutes or so. And then they're like, okay, we need a better dude in here. And they get Fred Ruther, brilliant, played by Austin Butler. Is he Heath Ledger's Joker? No, I don't know why people are comparing him to him. He's not.
No shit.
But he is fantastic, easily the best part. But they get his ass in there, they throw him in, and he puts Dave Bautista's character in his place. They're brothers, I think, or something. And he like licks a knife or something and then slices someone's neck, and he's like, yeah. Fuck, what? Yeah, and then we just get kind of this back and forth of the Harkonnens like capturing part of the Fremen, and they're like, yeah, you're pissing us off, we want your spice. And the Fremen are like, no, we'd rather die. And you get like Timothy Chalamet with the Fremen as Paul Atreides. Again, fantastic performance. He's not Willy Wonka. He's definitely Paul Atreides. Fantastic. There's like this prophecy going on, and everyone believes in him except like Zendaya and a few others, and they're like, okay, what is this guy on? What are these people on? Like this guy's nuts. Like this guy ain't gonna lead our group. He's barely been here for a day, and then he rides like a sandworm. They're like, okay, never mind. This guy's hot shit. He's good. He's good. I like him. And yeah, so we get like this whole religious community where they all believe in Paul Atreides to lead them, especially his mother, Lady Jessica. And at the start, like, Paul isn't on this. He's like, there's no such thing as a prophecy. This is a bunch of horse shit that you witches came up with. And then Lady Jessica, played by Rebecca Ferguson, again, batshit crazy. Actually, I didn't say again, but I'm saying it now. Batshit crazy. But I kind of dug it. I really liked her in this movie. And yeah, she like goes nuts. She gets these blue eyes and stuff, and she's like screaming and stuff, and her baby's telling her what to do. And I don't know what was going on, but she kept on telling Paul about this prophecy, and Paul eventually is like, okay, yeah. And then everyone else is like, yeah. And this is a horrible rundown of the movie. But anyways, they're all telling him about this prophecy, and then they start working together, and then I'm not going to tell you any more because that would spoil the movie. So yeah, there are a lot of good things about Dune Part 2 that I really liked. The performances all across the board were stacked. I thought they were fantastic and really well done. The VFX, everyone's already said it. They look fantastic, absolutely flawless. I've said fantastic a little too many times. We're gonna switch it. They look brilliant and absolutely flawless. The cinematography done by Greg Fraser, part of my French here, fucking brilliant. The man knows how to work a camera, okay? The music, pretty much just the first music, but it's still really good, especially in the first sequence. I thought it sounded like Blade Runner. It was really good. I kind of wanted more of that. But yeah, the little sequences, trying to summon the sandworms, all the little details they put in the movie, great. It was all great stuff. I just thought, maybe the pacing. I know, I say it for every single movie, but I feel like the runtime was fine, you know? It actually felt like not even 2 hours and 40 whatever minutes. But I feel like if you really wanted to make it work better, you could have had a little bit more substance in there. I don't know, there was just a lot of walking and talking and a lot of scenes that didn't really feel like they needed to be there. Like, instead of just cutting to a certain scene, they had them talk about it for like 5 minutes before they went in or whatever. wasn't a big fan of that. I feel like they could have just had more scenes of Austin Butler. Like, that guy was awesome. I love it. But yeah, I know Dune isn't really my cup of tea. It's not my favorite thing in the world. And people are comparing it to like sequels like The Dark Knight or The Two Towers. And I hate to say it, but this movie doesn't come close to those. No, but Dune Part 2, like, it's good. It's just not what everyone's saying. They're calling it an experience of a lifetime. And I gotta admit, the only experience of a lifetime I had after watching the movie was the massive dune I was holding in and let out after the 3-hour runtime. No, but seriously, I thought it was a really well put together movie. I just feel like there was a little bit of pacing issues, but Denis Villeneuve, he did a wonderful job. I feel like his better work is definitely his starting work with Sicario and Prisoners. Not really his starting work, but you know what I mean. I feel like with those movies, there's characters that I'm rooting for and there's emotions that I'm feeling from the movies, especially in Prisoners, but Sicario as well, where in this movie, I can't really relate to the characters as much. They're a little more bland, and that doesn't go to Denis Villeneuve because he didn't make the characters. They're from the book, but I just feel like there should have been a little bit more attachableness to them. If he could have done that, put a little bit more emotion into the story. Again, like, I don't know who I was supposed to root for because Fred Rufo was my favorite character, and I know I'm not supposed to root for his ass, but I like them the most because, I don't know, he just had the most screen presence out of all of them. Although, that being said, Paul Atreides, I mean, he was really cool too, but you could root for him, but like, he was going down a dark path, like, I don't know. So it just felt like these characters, that's where it missed with me the most. It didn't have as likable characters as I thought it would, because in the first movie I thought it would maybe set them up and then put them in this, but all I could see was the actors' faces. And people are, again, comparing it to The Lord of the Rings and saying it's the Lord of the Rings of this generation. I disagree, because Lord of the Rings had so many characters you could root for, and I loved all of them, and I didn't see the actors' faces as much. In this movie, all I saw was the actors' faces, besides Austin Butler, and I mean, I can't really root for him, even though I really like them. All that being said, I still thought it was a really well done movie, and there's a lot of good stuff in there. So if you really like sci-fi, you should probably go check it out, even though you probably already watched the movie if you're watching a review for it. But I don't know, just do whatever you want. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.